algebra. So we're going to talk about slope and y-intercept again today because I know some of you had some trouble with that. So hopefully you can see this black line here and this blue line, and I hope that you can see that the black line is steeper than the blue line. Slope measures steepness, so we see here that it's steeper than that. We kind of intuitively know that. But if we were to go further, I have another line here. And that line is somewhere in the middle. Not only is it in the middle of those two lines, but its steepness, it's not quite as steep as the black line, and it is a little steeper than the blue line. So we're going to dig in today into what exactly makes slope slope. So slope is the measure of the rise over the run. So if we imagine this little box here, from one point to the next, and we always go from left to right, from one point to the next. In this case, we rise 4 and we run 2. 4 over 2 reduces to make 2. If we were to look at another little point, we rise in this one, this little triangle that we've made, we rise 2 and we run 1. 2 over 1, 2. So the slope of this line is 2, and we can kind of see it right there. The slope of the line is 2. Okay, so that line is steeper than, remember, the other line right here, the blue line. If we look at it, here's a box. I'm going up 1 and over 2, up 1 over 2. Here's another box. I'm going up 2, 1, 2 over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 over 4, the same reduces to be 1 over 2. So the slope of this line is 1/2, which is indeed 1/2 is smaller than 2. And if we look at, we can get rid of those little boxes, and if we look at our next line here, this is the slope y, or the equation y equals 1 x plus 2. We don't have a 1 there, but we could put 1. It doesn't change the value. 1x plus 2. And that is going to be somewhere in between 2 and 1/2, because 2 is greater than 1, and 1 is greater than 1/2. Okay, so we got that. But what happens if we make it negative? Now, all of a sudden, it's going down from left to right. Our slope of negative, a negative slope goes down from left to right. And if we were to look at the slope, here's a box. If I go over 2 and down 2, negative 2 over 2 is 1. And if I were to go over 3 and down 3, that would be negative 1. And if I were to go instead, maybe over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1, or maybe I should say down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1, I'll get little stairs going down. So as we see all of these graphed on there, notice that the slope of the line is exactly the same, and the fraction reduces to be negative 1. Okay, now I'm going to put all of our graphs back up here because we need to talk about the concept of y-intercept. So hopefully we have slope. Now let's talk y-intercept. So here, for this line, there's the y-intercept. It's where the graph crosses the y-axis. As we see this one, here's its y-intercept. It's where the line crosses the y-axis. And if we look at our first graph, there's the y-intercept. It's where the line crosses the y-axis. So hopefully that helped clear up some ideas. We'll look at some examples